Don't be fooled. Right behind me on the scoreboard, you can probably see the Virginia Cavaliers logo going by, the Belk Bowl logo going by. But before the Belk Bowl happens on December 29th here at Bank of America Stadium, the Carolina Panthers face essentially their season in a bottle on Monday night against the New Orleans Saints. The 11-2 Saints have been tough to beat. At least they had been tough to beat when they won 10 straight games. But then they lost to the Cowboys. They were down 14-3 to the Bucks. So is there a blueprint for beating the Saints?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at quarterbacks, things that make those guys uncomfortable is pressure in their face and ability to kind of take away that step up in the pocket, and that's what Drew does really well. And it's tough to get pressure like that on him because the ball comes out so fast. He's able to read and diagnose and understand where the ball needs to be extremely quick. But those guys work extremely hard. I think we got some good pressure last week. We had a couple sacks against Tampa. So it's one of those things you just got to rush. You got to rush. You got to rush because eventually it's going to pop. And when the sacks start coming, they start coming quick.
I think Dallas did a great job with the front four getting after the quarterback, and creating havoc and allowing their guys on the back end to just really do what they do in coverage. I mean, that was really their game plan, to really allow those guys to really get after them, and they did a great job of it. They limited the run production, and they kind of forced their hand and kind of forced them to become one-dimensional, is what every team wants to do in this league.
It's not just offense that you have to worry about with the New Orleans Saints. It's not just Drew Brees, not just Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram, Michael Thomas. Yes, all of them are scary, but the reality is that the defense of the Saints has been doing unbelievably well. Yes, they've been great against the run, but that may just be because their offense jumps out to big leads. But the way that they rush the quarterback, the way that they stop you up front, the way that they cover downfield, all those things have led to the Saints' 11-2 record.
Well, people have really struggled to run against them in terms of total yards, average per attempt, and then number of attempts. And there have been a lot of games where they get way ahead and teams aren't going to run. The teams that have been most successful have been able to keep balance, move the ball with the run and the pass, and obviously have production on offense, but more importantly, keep their offense off the field.
What happens tonight at Bank of America Stadium, right behind me, will likely determine the Panthers' 2018 season. But what it might determine is the future of the franchise. Will Ron Rivera be back? Will Cam Newton have surgery? There are everlasting questions that are much more important than just this game that will get the Panthers back to 500. But don't get me wrong, this is an important game. The Panthers need to get back to 500. They can still make the playoffs. This is a reality check for the Carolina Panthers. This roster can get to the playoffs, can play well enough if they don't beat themselves, if they don't make mistakes, if they don't allow Drew Brees to have big plays, if they don't allow the defense to force turnovers. If the Panthers play to the best of their ability, they'll likely be at 500 tomorrow. From Bank of America Stadium, I'm Josh Klein for the Riot Report. Due to NFL rules, the video that you just watched is actually coming down within 24 hours. So if you want to get the freshest, hottest, coolest Panther videos in your inbox every day, you're going to want to hit this subscribe button. It's right about here. And if you want to watch another video, that one's going to be right about here-ish, like generally in this area. We'll see you soon.